Hello and good morning. Welcome to Inspiration Morning Live. I'm Christina Crowley, and I want to thank you for joining me here live today. And those of you who are going to be joining me on the replay, I thank you just as much. And I help people who are going after their passion. And that's what I've been working on since you've last seen me. I didn't take a long holiday weekend. I have been working. My sister and I are creating a course, and I've been doing a lot of the technical background stuff, and we've created a few videos, and I'm very, very proud of what we're doing. And I can't believe that June is already here. If those of you who want to write some comments in, I'd appreciate it. I'd be happy. Give me some thumbs up, turn your speakers up, and give me some hearts. I can never do that quite right, but please forgive me. I am not able to see your comments if you're writing questions today. For some reason, my Be Live isn't showing anything. And so when I wrote out my fonts to tell you who I am, I couldn't see it. So I had to put it up and see if I spelled it. Because every now and then I get typing really fast and I spell my name wrong. And, it's kind of an okay thing that I don't see what's written there, because then I don't see any eyes and I don't see people popping in and out. I don't see the people who are there. So I don't get as nervous. So in a way, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a bad thing. But I'm glad that you are with me here this morning. Like I said, I've been working on my own passion, and that is helping people. I love to help people. I love to help my clients. I love to help the small businesses. I love helping my sister with her business, and we're creating some things together. And so it is helping people, and I enjoy that. And I always have a big cup of coffee. I have still my beating heart today. Let me see if I can get that, because this is one of my favorite cups. It is from a friend of mine. It was a housewarming gift from Andrea when we moved into the new house. My sister and my roommate, we moved in together, and she is one person who knows what her passion is, and it's making movies, and she has made movies. And so I'm drinking out of this with inspiration from her, because she, I don't have her CD on my desk, but, I really respect and admire people who are going after their passion. And for me, doing our first course together with my sister, going and doing things the first time is very hard. And, it's always easier on down the line. And I remember, I've done a lot of things. I've lived in London. I've lived in Florida. I've lived in Los Angeles. I've lived in Days Inns up and down the East Coast, where I was touring a musical theater. I've lived in Connecticut, I've lived in a lot of places. And so each time you up and move, it's scary and it's doing something new, but it also keeps you, it's easier for new things to be fresh to you, to be okay to you. And especially when I was in theater, when you do a new play every few months, bringing on something new is simpler. And when you live in one town for a long time, you have one certain job for a long time, like I did, I found that doing something new was very, very difficult. It was hard to push in. And I found out that they call that resistance. And resistance is that natural thing that everybody gets. We may all get it in different ways, but we all get it. Resistance is that, I don't know if I should do this. I don't want to make a mistake. It doesn't feel right. When it is something you want, your logic mind says that is what I want. And that's what I want to go forward in. But the resistance holds you back. And a mentor of mine, Maria Andros, says, beyond your resistance is what you want. Beyond your resistance is the money. Beyond your resistance is the happiness that you want. Beyond your resistance is that I'm going to add your passion, that feeling in your life that I'm doing what I want to do. And resistance keeps us back. Now, I also attribute that to being, our brain is hardwired into fight or flight. We are constantly on the lookout for, danger. And so it's a natural thing that resistance crops up in our life in one way or another. For some people, it just may be that knot in their stomach that they're not sure with. Now, you should trust your gut instincts on things. I'm not saying you go forward with everything heck be damned, you make the mistakes. Uh, what I'm saying is, when there's no logical reason, like for me and my sister creating this course, there's no logical reason for us not to go forward and do this. And for me not to push through the resistance, that scaredness, that who am I to teach anybody anythingness? We both have a lot of personal, professional experience. So it's very logical that we would do this. And so I'm really, really happy in doing that. I'm a little nervous. We all are a little afraid of being judged. And as my shoulders go up and I start to get stressed, I have to, relax and not be so stressed. That is part of being resistance too. So also for me, resistance is just pushing on through. And that is what I've been doing almost the past week, just hard working for the end goal. Now, it hasn't been easy because there are some tech things that I don't understand, and I have a good web developer, and he's worked with me for, I think this is our 4th summer, so for 3 full years that I found him, and he's really good, and he understands the way I work. We work well together, and that's very, very difficult because I found him on Upwork, I think it was. And I just interviewed people. And there were 2 that were before him. And so when I got to him, it was like, oh, am I making another mistake? And there could have been that resistance for me not to go forward, but I'm glad I went forward with him. I'm glad I tried him out. I'm glad I spent the $100 trial to see how he worked, to see how things went out. And it worked really well. And he was kind of new, and so I took a chance on him. He didn't have a ton of reviews at that point on this particular site that I found him on. He had previous experience, and it worked well. And I'm pushing through that resistance meant that on the other side of it, I was able to have that website developed. And I'm very proud of that website. It's Millie Ruth Naturals. And he's also helped me with Millie Ruth is my Shopify site. He's helped me with a number of sites. He's helped me with client sites too. And I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of the way they've turned out. He helped me with my SEO site. And I said, I saw this site that I really like, and it's a mentor of mine, and take a look at it. That's kind of the way I want it to look. We're probably going to have similar categories. And boom, the next day it was just done, and it was perfect. I gave him a bunch of pictures. It was just laid out really awesome. And so that inspiration was well worth it for me to push through that resistance that I felt. It was like, my mentor said it was okay to kind of do a website that looked like his, and I didn't let it stop me because, of course, I felt that resistance. I felt like, who am I to go out there and do SEO for people? And I am a good SEO. I do really good work, but I pushed through the resistance. And, it's June, and where did the year go so far? And I like June. Now, it's not necessarily the exact middle of the year. That would be at the end of June. But for me, June has wonderful memories. Going forward in June when I was a kid meant, we were out of school and we were able to go have summer. And that was a beginning of real happiness for me. And so I draw upon those memories and those feelings. I can bring up those memories and that feeling and put it into what I'm doing now. You see the shoulders go down. I do put it into what I'm doing now because I love summer. They're always fun for me. They always turn out fun. They always turn out successful, and I love summer. As much as I don't like the heat anymore, I love summer. And coming from Montana, we never had the heat. And so I never got used to it. But I love it. I love all the seasons. They bring back different memories to me, and that is it's a tool I use. I try not to use, I don't use the bad memories. You have to know what are the good memories in your life and then pull on those in particular situations. Like at the beginning of summer every year, June 1st, for me, my father's birthday was in June. It was the first day of summer, the longest day of the year, June 21st. There's a lot of happy feelings that I connect with this time of year. And when you go through the struggles of life, we all have struggles in life. That for me is a tool I found to pull upon and use. And that is also what I'm putting into the course that Teresa and I are going to be teaching. Now, Teresa is an expert on stress, and she's been an RN for 20 years, but she, like me, is multi-passionate. She has many different passions. She loves music. She loves comedy. She loves to laugh. She likes a good book. She loves her dogs. She loves her pets. And she has traveled around and lived in a lot of cities, just like I have. And she loves to travel. We both love to travel. There is that adventure in us. And, for me, resistance comes up all the time. And so we push through it because pushing through it is so worth it on the other side. Now, yes, I've made some mistakes. I've made some huge mistakes. And we all do. And you have to make some mistakes to get to the top, to get to the glory. Now, it's a saying, and I don't remember it exactly because I'm not real fabulous with quotes all the time, and I should have brought it out, and I didn't. But, if you are not where you want to be, then don't just stop trying. And I'll find it for tomorrow, and I'll let you know. I'll read it. But doing that, pushing through your resistance, I love June for that because I have so much to bring to it. And I have so many ways to focus myself. And I do use the good thoughts, the good feelings, but I do use a few tools to truly focus myself and just work going through step A, through step B, through step C. And I'm lucky that I have some wonderful clients that, I can use those tools for them. And I'm privileged and honored that they allow me to work with their businesses, with their small business on their SEO for their websites. So for today, that's all I have to say about June. I love June. For me, it's the beginning of summer. With Memorial Day, no, I've never really liked Memorial Days. And that was because in Memorial Days, we would always usually go to, I didn't mind going to grave sites, but it was always raining. And in Montana, it was always raining and cold, and we were eating a chicken picnic in the car. I would say most of the years that we did that, that's what happened. 1 or 2 years we got to eat out. It was a beautiful day. But for most of the years, it was eating a picnic inside the car. With my mom, my dad, and my sisters. That's what we did. And it's a good memory, but it was always cold. And as much as I love rain, that just wasn't my favorite thing to do, especially if we had the long weekend. Anyway, so then that brought us into June, and the rain would happen, everything would turn green, and then the sun would come out, and I love June. I love the beginning of summer, and I hope you do too. Now, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up if you're watching me. I appreciate it. And also, I need to talk about the contest. Already, we have the contest that I tell on Saturday evenings. Who has won the $25 Amazon gift card? And are you the winner? Well, you have to watch on Saturdays or check your inbox on Facebook. Now, Facebook has 2 inboxes. So a lot of people don't know that. You have the one inbox where all of your friends can reach you. And then you have the other inbox where people like me, if I'm not connected to you, and I'm connected to personally to very few people on the Inspiration Morning Facebook site. But if you look at the other, and I think if they change the name of it from time to time, let me just double check here. If you do that and you check that other inbox, you will see that maybe I have sent you a message. Message requests, that's what they call it now. Okay, let me come back. Message requests is what they call it now. I don't know if that showed. Heck, I don't know. But nonetheless, check your message requests because maybe you were a winner. And it's because I appreciate the engagement that you could probably hear my dogs eating because I can. It's crazy loud. But I do appreciate the engagement that the fans of the Inspiration Morning page bring. And I like it when you like, share, comment. I really appreciate the comments of you on the posts and on the Inspiration Morning Live. I also like to post the Go Out Your Passion Live because Teresa does that on Wednesday nights. Sometimes I do it on Wednesdays during the day because we both have jobs. I have my SEO job and my entrepreneur businesses, and Teresa has her nursing job, and she works she's lucky she has the 7 to 4, the 7 to 8 to 5-ish type of a job. So when it's on the evenings, she does the evenings. If people can only make it during the day, then I do the daytime interviews. And we like it to be for people who are following their passion. Not necessarily famous people, but everyday people, like Simon Jordan, he loves photography, he loves hiking. And last night she talked with Mary Silver, and she is passionate about people finding the love they deserve. And it comes from her past experiences, but she has a real passion for it, and she teaches classes. And next week, I'm not sure who it's going to be because one of our guests wasn't going to be able to make it. So we are kind of putting somebody else together. But we have a lot of people who have found passion in their own lives. And if you have passion in your life and you'd like to be interviewed, then private message me. And should you have anything you want to private message me about, feel free to. You can do it through the page, and I do check my messages. And I do get a few from you, so thank you for those of you who do send them. And if you are struggling going after your passion, or if you're great at going after your passion, let me know. Put in some comments, and I really do appreciate it. I am Christina Crowley. I help people who are going after their passion, and I love to hear from you on my Facebook Lives. I would love to hear from you in the comments. If there's anything that you would really like me to talk about, let me know. I may go further into depth on resistance because that is something that all of us feel in a different way. If you have resistance, let me know. Put it in the comments. I would be happy to hear from you. Alrighty, so I'm going to sign out now, and I want you to have a great day. I want you to have a great start to your summer. I know a few of my friends are having horrible weather. We're starting to get warm here, so I really do appreciate you. Alrighty, bye-bye.